Hey everyone, welcome into the Beauty Bar. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. I am Jackie Alves and I am just today getting ready to head out. I have a couple of meetings. I am super busy today, but I need to put on a little bit of a face so that I am complete. I can't run around saying I'm a makeup artist without makeup. I always say it's like mechanics have the worst cars. Well, makeup artists typically run around with no makeup. But today I'm going to show you what I do when I'm in survival mode, when I feel like I need to look good, but I'm in a hurry and I don't want to go full glam, definitely not wearing false lashes today. So this might really help you with your everyday routine on just, what's the minimal I can do to look complete, but get out of the house, still feel good about myself. So today I've already got my skin prepped and taken care of. I made sure I used an SPF of 50 because I'm gonna be out running around like a maniac, like I said. So I recently had surgery on my nose. I had a carcinoma removed, and so I have a little bit of a scar there. I've got to protect that from the sun and any dark spots I have. I don't want them getting darker. So SPF of 50, always. Next, I'm gonna go to foundation. Excuse me. I am not going to do primer today though, because I am in a hurry. I'm not doing a full-blown, shabam. I'm not doing all that today. So I'm actually just going to take this Always foundation. This is a great long wear foundation by Jafra, and it's kind of sweat proof. It's really it's Jackie proof, I must say. So I'm gonna put some of that on, and I'm just gonna pat it in. I typically will use my hands instead of a brush when I am in a hurry. I'm also gonna wear a ball cap today, so I'm not gonna put too much on my forehead because I don't wanna ruin my hat with a bunch of makeup. But I will bring it down my neck. You guys check out my nails. I was feeling kind of tropical this week, and I felt like pretending I was in Miami. So I got a little 80s with the fluorescent nail polish, but it's fun. All right, so just wanted to double check in the big mirror here on the side of me. I'm gonna put some foundation on my eyelids. And like I said, not too much on the forehead, just enough to blend it, but I don't wanna destroy that hat. All right, now on camera, this may look a little bit too gold, but I want you to keep in mind that's usually what happens with video. Sometimes it'll make the foundation look a little more yellow than it is. All right, so now I'm gonna just dust on a lightweight layer of powder. This is just an easy kind of spun finishing powder. And I'm not putting on a lot. I don't wanna bake or anything crazy like that. And I don't really have to, I don't feel like I need to set this foundation because I have such a lightweight layer on, but just having a little powder to buff with is always good. It helps kind of even out where your pores may be showing. And let me just take the cover off of this mirror so I can actually see myself. All right, so yeah, if you've got any pores showing through or uneven areas with your foundation, just a little bit of powder. I always say powder the eyelids, but I don't focus too much underneath because I don't want that to look dry. I'm 50 this year. I'm excited about it. I love it, but also gravity's really excited about it, and it keeps trying to, jump on my face, pull my skin down, and I'm not playing that game. So I'm certainly not gonna help the look of fine lines and wrinkles. So I don't want to dry it out and put a bunch of powder there. So I like this area to continue looking moist and fresh. So not too much powder. All right, I'll stop harping on that. Now I'm gonna use a blush called Bronze. And the reason why I'm gonna use this is because I'm not gonna do contour today. I'm just gonna do a little bit of bronzer in the same area. So just using my blush brush and a little bit of bronze. You can see I'm still going in that same spot where I normally would put contour, but it's just gonna be softer, quicker. And I'm bringing it up a little bit higher than I would the contour. Now, of course, you guys, if you've ever watched me do makeup before, you know that I go much deeper with my blush than I need to, because by the time I'm finished, it fades away quite a bit. So just a little bit up here by the hairline. And just to add some dimension underneath right here, my jaw. It'll kind of strengthen up the jawline, but also brings a little bit of that color down so you're not like white neck and the rest of your face has all this color all over it. Now I'll go back to my powder brush and just buff right through the middle. It helps kind of fade down the bronzer. See how it's kind of coming together. I'll go back to that blush brush and I just want to hit the bridge of my nose just a little for kind of a sun-kissed look. Oh, you know what? This really wasn't necessary. I kept telling you guys I was going to wear a hat and here I am bronzing my forehead. Why am I like this? I don't know. I just get carried away. So I'll just buff it out a little bit. That's okay. All right. Next, I'm going to go to an eyeshadow palette that's like warm neutrals. So this is one of my Beauty Bar palettes. You can get anything like a palette like this or shades like this just about anywhere. There's a lot of great brands. I just prefer a very high pigment eyeshadow because you use less product. Okay, so right now I'm going to use my huge eyeshadow brush. This is by Real Techniques. You can get this anywhere. I think, you know, Target, any of your favorite makeup stores, even online. But it's pretty big and you can see it's a little bit dirty. I used it already yesterday, so what I'm gonna do is take a dry brush cleaner. I get a lot of questions about this. How do I clean my brushes at home? So just a little bit of dry brush cleaner on the paper towel or directly on the brush if you prefer that. And you just can swirl it around. And as you can see, the eyeshadow is coming off. I just dry it off real quick, make sure it's completely dry. Now for a client, of course, I wash in between with Dawn dish soap. I love to use that to get all the oils and leftover makeup out of it. But for my own brushes on my own face in between use, you can see how nice and clean that is now. And it's completely dry, so that's why it's a dry brush cleaner. Now this brand is called Eco Tools, and I think I just got this at Target, you guys, but really any brand is okay. I don't like to focus too much on brand. I just want you to be able to find products that you love and that fit your budget and that are gonna do what you need them to do. Oh, what is this? I just caught a glimpse of that. Well, that's sexy. All right, that was a distraction. I don't even care, honestly, because like I said, I'm wearing a hat, so I shouldn't fret. All right, I'm gonna go in with this eyeshadow palette I was just telling you about. I'm gonna take this light peach color and just swirl it over my entire eyelid. You can see with this big fat brush, you don't have to be too precise. It's not a big deal. I'll do some on the other side. Now, if you have like a medium to deep skin tone, this would be more of a nude shade on you, so still that would be wonderful. With me, you can see how light my eyelids are. You know, it's adding a pop of color just all on its own. Make sure I don't get it on my brows. Now, I'll go in with this kind of burnt orange shade here. Just a little right in my crease, just to add some dimension. I'm not really interested in doing a full-blown technical eyeshadow today. And look, I'm using the same brush, you guys, this big old brush. Now, if you have a smaller area than I do, maybe a little bit smaller brush, but still, you can use a nice, big, fluffy brush, and it doesn't have to be really precise and artistic if you're just trying to kind of bring out your features and get out the door. And I'm making sure that it's darker on the outsides and that it fades toward the nose. So you can see it's deeper out here. It's still a little bit deeper than I had wanted it to be, so I'm just gonna use my finger to buff it a little bit on those inner corners. Sharpen it up with just using my finger. And now I have a smaller brush. I'm gonna go back to that deeper brown. So this is like a cocoa brown here. And just take a tiny bit. Just using it as eyeliner underneath, but I really like powder underneath because it doesn't smudge like an eyeliner would when it gets hot, lasts longer, and it's a softer look too, not so harsh. And it makes it easy if you don't have great vision like me, or if you're not steady-handed. Sometimes as we age, our hands just aren't quite as steady. So this is easier to get on rather than trying to make a perfect line. I will go right on top and just add a tiny bit of black eyeliner. This is a gel formula, so it's really long lasting. This one is also by Jafra. It's called Jet Black, and it's a roll up, so it's like self-sharpening. But I love the gel formula being so long wear. And then I'll just smudge it with my ring finger so that it's super simple. Also, if I don't use these really simple techniques, I will take way too long. And then it's like, what was the point in trying to get out of the house quickly, right? Okay. Always when using a gel roll-up like this, make sure you put that lid right back on because, man, they dry out quick. All right, so just nice and smoky there on the outer corners. That looks pretty good. Really quick, I'm gonna do some mascara. Now this is that crazy Royal Luxe Drama mascara I'm always talking about by Jafra Cosmetics. And it's really great at like pushing my eyelashes up so I don't have to work so hard at getting so many coats of mascara on. I just load it at the roots and pull to the tip. You could certainly put more on if you want. But I just want a lightweight layer today. I really have a lot to do and I need to get out the door. Just making sure they're sticking right up. Okay, so I got the other eye done and just really simple, top and bottom, lightweight layer, like I said. All right, so I'm really almost done. But the thing is with permanent makeup, because I have the powder brow technique on my brows, I got a little bit of foundation on them, but I don't want to put makeup on them, especially with the cap that I'm going to wear today. They're not going to show a lot, but I do want to get the foundation off. So you can take a Q-tip or a little disposable lip wand like I have, whatever you've got. And I just make sure I get all of the makeup off so that they don't look like muted out or faded. Okay, so simple. All right, but today I want to use a lip stain. This is a new one by Jafra Cosmetics, of course. It's called Vinyl something. I don't have my glasses on. So it's like a lip stain in that it lasts so long, but it doesn't have that matte finish like the lip stains do. This has a little bit more of a moist feel to it, if you can believe that. So let me get this on. Now I'm doing this before my lip liner, which is very rare, but I like to use the lip liner to drag this lip stain through. So let's see, I think I'll use Nutmeg today. It's a little on the brown side, obviously Nutmeg would be. And I'm gonna come close to you. You know what, that magnifying mirror is too strong. I'm like, wow, those are some lips. But that's way too close. So when I do this, I'm pulling that lip stain up. I could do it with lipstick too, but I'm pulling it up into the lip liner so that it'll blend together really well. Now the bottom. Okay. I want to put on my glasses right now because I want to be able to perfect that line on the top just a little bit. Okay, I got it. You know, I always tease about lips as you age. You know, we get a few lines or wrinkles in them, and I say it's like speed bumps. So you have to smooth it out to be able to get a good line on there. All right, I'm gonna gloss over it just a tiny bit to add some moisture. And that feels really good too. All right, I'll go back to my blush brush just to kind of buff around on my cheeks if I need it. Notice I didn't do concealer. If you need concealer, if you feel like you have some dark circles, you can still just use a little bit of foundation under there. Don't feel like you have to use concealer under your eyes just because you have dark circles. You can absolutely use a little bit of foundation or even a lighter shade of foundation if you want that brightening effect. But sometimes concealer is a little too dry and sometimes the coverage is a little too much. Over 40, over 50 especially, you want to be more careful with that delicate area under there. So, you know, don't feel like you have to get stuck in that using what influencers say or what the ads say you need to use or even what the product says on it. If it says concealer, if it says foundation, you can still use your foundation under there and then it will move a little bit better with your skin. All right. That lip stain really feels good, you guys. It doesn't feel hard like your typical lip stain would, so I'm really quite a fan. All right, so my face is done. Oh, you know what? I do want to do a quick setting spray though. You don't have to do that part, but I know it's going to be about 110 degrees here in Yuma. So every little bit helps. Okay, so I'm wearing a cap today, like I said, so there's no reason for me to fret about my hair, which is good because not only is it super hot, for some reason the humidity is off the hook today. I think that we're trying to be tropical around here. Maybe it wants to be tropical like me. I got my nails done. The weather decides to be humid. I don't know. Super bad for hair. Well, that's kind of cute. What do you think about my hat? I'm so bummed that I forgot to keep the blush off of my forehead though, because I know it's gonna get all over this white hat on the inside, but that's okay. Yeah, what do you think of that hat? Like it a lot, I do. All right. And I got some little earrings on. I think I might put on a white t-shirt. A little late now, I have a hat on. Scratch that. All right, you guys, I hope this tutorial helped you today. I hope that you found value in it and that you can take away a couple of these tips and tricks for yourself. Easy ways to bring out your best features and still get out of the door in a decent amount of time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you know that I love you. See you next time.